What is going on, YouTube family? I don't even know. I hate that corny intro. I used to think it was so corny when YouTubers said, "What's going on, YouTube family?" But I'm hating. I'm sorry. Welcome back to the Sums series. I'm not going to keep saying super unhinged manifesting series, but welcome back to Sums. Remember, little disclaimer. How professional. You know, I'm talking with my mouth full. Some people think I'm a straight up psychopath for downing straight peanut butter, but I mean, good source of protein. And I remember my stepdad, a long time ago, he was like, listen, really good way that I gained a lot of muscle and built my body up was when I would just eat spoonfuls of peanut butter for protein. Now me, I think I just ended up liking protein, and that's really not the reason I do it. But it tastes really good. Not sure if Jif is the best, but you know, everything in America is GMO to a degree. But again, I feel like our mind plays a role in what ends up affecting our body. So just all the more reasons to go absolutely all in. Now, let's just talk about, let's do a recap so far, since we're approaching half a month with this series. So far, I've experienced the most crazy synchronicities. I mean, yesterday, something that was super insane that I'm noticing happened, and also it's funny that I end up doing this series. I end up starting this series when CERN shuts down. I don't think that's accidental. But yesterday, I was talking to my girlfriend about Batman. As I went to say Batman, and I think I said this maybe in the last video, but as I went to say Batman, the video that has been playing in the background, it was like maybe an hour and a half in from this podcast I've been watching that cover a range of media news. And from what I've seen so far, mostly things to do with the gaming industry. But at the moment that I send a Batman reel to her and say, hey, this is your dad, because he like only plays Batman games or something like that, they start talking about Batman on the TV. Now, why I'm saying this is, for me, this is a normal occurrence, but these synchronicities are speeding up. And for someone who maybe like have the untrained mind or doesn't know what synchronicity looks like, this is an example. It can also be examples of somebody literally saying it in your daily life. Like you'll be having a thought and then you'll go to your mom or something, and it's almost like something takes over her and just says exactly what you were thinking on her mind. And that's because we're all a collective consciousness. So everyone has the potential to channel God through them. Not everybody is actually a player in the game, but most of the characters that are around you are manifested from your mind. You signed some contract to meet this person or be in this moment with this individual. And who knows how the extent of where that goes. That's for kind of you to decide. And no, but not me. But just like you watching this video with me, there is something, an agreement that you made in one of these lives to meet me. I remember on another brand channel where people would talk about being like having deja vu and remembering my videos. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, because we're essentially all in this reincarnation loop. So, you know, in this incarnation, I might actually be here, but then other times, you know, it's not me. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep right now with that. But again, yes, you're having deja vu of me being here, because this isn't the first time my energy signature or I have been here. Anyways, that's going to get too quantum-y and multi-universal. So let me keep it basic for y'all. But pretty much, the affirmations have been causing the synchronicities to go wild. And remember, these aren't just affirmations. They are actually embodiment. So I'm actually sitting here being like, I'm whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. That's one of my favorite affirmations. I'll always shout out who it came from, Elmer Locker Jr. His grandfather was taught by the great Neville Goddard when it came to this manifestation stuff. He was one of his students. And this affirmation literally shifted my life so long ago, where it was like, it basically undid anything else that was, you know, tacking on from my childhood. And it absolutely shifted my life at 22, 23. So I keep it in my arsenal. I always say it. And remember, all these things I'm saying are you. I'm no better than you. I'm not trying to be the God of your reality. I'm being the God of my reality. And I believe it's up to everyone to rise to the occasion to be that. And it's exactly why you see the powers that be, as they say, which we're really the powers that be, are doing the things that they're doing to the world, because they also know at the deepest degree of this esoteric game, real ball knowledge, as the new generation is saying, they know this to a degree that this is a game. But they also know that we win in the end, because you are the goal. You can only save yourself. There will never be an external force that'll end up saving you. Even if the world got to a utopia state, which I would love, I'm all for, you would still have to ascend yourself. You would have to figure out what God means for yourself. You would still have to dig depths within yourself. So this world honestly just serves as the distraction from that point of actually recognizing who you are, which is God. So you have to do everything in your power to go absolutely all in on your self-concept, and everything will work out in your life. I know I'm going through a state right now where, I was in a lot of confusion of what to do, where to take my career. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And I'm noticing how everything in my life is lining up to the thing that I'll end up doing. It almost feels like I'm being pushed into a state of entrepreneurship, because a lot of the things that I did before, like building my other YouTube brands, etc., etc. So, it's, again, I think you have everything you need inside you. And I don't just think this. I know this for myself and what I've been able to create and who I've been able to meet, and the most insane things that have happened in my life. People just offering things to me, donating to my cause, wanting to help, and all the result of finally giving it back to myself, being like, if this were me, I would do it for the other person. And I live by that. I embody exactly what I say. Like, me on video, when, aside from me joking and stuff, I can't really lie. This is all me. Like, there's not, I guess, like, part of the mask would be playing it up for social media, but in person I'm a bit more chill, but I can be spontaneous as fuck. But this is me. You're getting exactly who I am, and that's the point of this, authenticity. Because to me, actually, Eric's been saying this now in his videos, authenticity corrects reality. But before I even knew who Eric was, I said this on Lunar Was Lost. I would say it all the time: be your most authentic self. I would preach it, because your authentic self will literally get reality in line. Being your authentic self will get reality in line. Like, there's no other way I can say it. You're polarizing. And again, for the men who may be watching my videos and feeling a little bit empowered by the things I say, you need to understand, when it comes to having your wife, a girlfriend, or that girl that's down for you, you have to be down for yourself, because you are the girl. You are the girl. All of this is in your mind. So there's no things you got to play up and no fake identity you have to be. Just be you. Be the unfiltered you that doesn't step on other people's paths. Work on yourself if you're a rude person and things like that. Master the human shit first, come on. But then be the divine. Be the divine. Step into who you are, and you will attract the mate. You will attract the finances. It'll come to you, because I've seen it for myself. And me, I did it in crazy circumstances. I put myself through things that I hope other people do not have to do. And that's why I come and share this stuff, because I genuinely want to help, and I genuinely think that my product is one of the best in my reality. Like, saying I really believe what I'm saying and really know and seen it work. Like, it's not just like I'm guessing. I've been in the spiritual books. I've been into this. And honestly, and the reason I'm even doing this series is because I recognize, to me, no matter all the knowledge I gathered in everything, I witnessed individuals who barely even touch spiritual books teach spiritual knowledge and be out here blowing up off of it. And I'm like, oh, I gotta stand up in my own reality, because this is what's gonna happen. Again, this isn't a competition with anyone else. This is just me in competition with myself to get up on stage and actually do it, because the people who end up actually taking action, they just do it, man. And that was so inspiring for me to see people, even if some of the stuff they say is contradictory sometimes, to see them get up and do it, because they don't give a fuck. They're just being them. And that's why the world is a reflection of you. So that's the lesson I ended up learning. I needed to stop waiting. I needed to stop sitting on my gifts, and I needed to realize there's a reason people in my personal life and throughout the internet have come to me to ask me for advice on things, because I genuinely have lived through things that could save you guys a lot of time. And you don't have to listen to me. You can scroll away and everything like that. But truthfully, if you can embody the things I'm saying, your life will shift. I've taught people Neville Goddard's techniques, and I didn't even probably learn it as long as it took Neville Goddard to learn it. But then I've taught the ladder technique to people, and they pull it off. And they're over here super excited, being like, oh my God, now every time I see a ladder, I think of you. And I'm like, nah, just think of Goddard. It was his technique. But because I understand it on an energetic level, I'm able to explain it to other people. So anyways, that's it for day 14. I'm feeling absolutely fucking magnetizing. I can't wait. I'm about to do this. I'm about to embark on this project and set some stuff up for my own personal business that I'm building. But I'm feeling fucking great. I hope you guys watching the series, feeling the series, are feeling great too. Because even if it doesn't all the way get to you, rewatch the videos. But if you feel it, if you're feeling it, that's also good too. At least you're getting a good hit. But this is supposed to become an identity. So don't let it just be you getting high off the video and the good feelings. No, if you embody it, you will see shit trip out in your life. And I haven't even gone in depth with the shit I've seen for my spiritual journey anyways. I'm talking people with no faces. I'm talking seeing duplication of cars and people, seeing people like walk out of entrances and stuff that like they'll leave the store and come back in another way, and it's like, but they literally just left the store, and like, unless everybody has a twin, how the fuck is this happening multiple times? Then also, I've seen things like I'll go into a grocery store like a Walmart or something, and the same people, no matter what, we're checking out at different times. And this was happening back in my small town, where I will walk into a store, and this is kind of what proved to me we were in a simulation. I'll walk into the store with like 5 people, right? We're all doing different things. It could be an elderly lady, a blue collar worker, white collar, whatever, etc., etc. It could be anyone, architect, I don't know. We'll walk into the store. Mind you, we're going to different shelves. Sometimes I'll see them in the same aisles. And as soon as I'm going to check out, all of the same 5 people are checking out. That's how I started to know we are really in a game where it's like, well, again, if God is this huge game developer, that you would have to kind of generate some of the same background people. And who knows, they could be awake and be with souls, but again, we only witness reality through our own perspective. So it's just funny to me, and this happens almost every single time. Now, when I've moved out of state, out of my hometown, it happened less. So I don't know. Were there just agents watching me? I'm not sure. I'm not going all schizo with it. But yeah, it's crazy phenomenons and things start happening when you really start going in on your self-concept, and you start really understanding that reality is a game and it's a simulation, and that you are God basically playing this game through a human avatar. Shit gets weird. Anyways, I love you guys. That is day 14. Day 15 is going to be even crazier, because I just feel myself really stepping into the version of myself I should have been, honestly, 8 years ago. Nah, everything happens for a reason. But love you guys. I'm out.